Hey guys, we're gonna start in 1 minute here. I am ready to beat Pikmin 2. I don't know about you guys. I am ready to beat Pikmin 2. I just got out of the shower. It's nice. Everything's fresh, ready to go. I think I'm sitting on my headphones. Yes, I am. The cord, not the. I feel like I couldn't sit on these bad boys. But yeah, got some tennis in. Get that nice kind of, breathiness. Not breathiness. What am I saying? I'm tired, but in a good tired. That has to make sense to somebody out there. But right now, I can't put the headphones on because my hair's wet. But judging by the audio mixer, everything should be okay. Let's. Oh, I think putting the game on might help. Well, I gotta. Let's make sure this camera can track my beautiful face. Yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So while that's doing that, let's make sure. Okay, Pikmin's on board. It's still waiting to do the capture. Oh, it says there. Okay. Okay, and bam, transition, just like that. Okay. Oh, forgot to do my official tweet. All right, I'm gonna do that normal tweet as always. Because remember, guys, our goal is what's our goal? 10,000 subs? 50,000 subs by the end of this month. How about that? 50,000 subs, I'll do a face reveal. What? I'm trying to find a good Pikmin GIF. And I think I found one. Okay. I got one that's, yeah, that's doable. I deal with it. Okay. Enough talking. Okay, begin. So I think we're at 9929. Yes, that's exactly how I remember it. Okay. 90%. I know this. What do you mean 9? It's like 99%. No, it doesn't tell me. I'm gonna put everybody in their little home, and then I'm gonna see if I can find any more treasure on my own. Girl got a bloody nose today during tennis, which was nice. She actually was calm about it, which was nice, but she says she has sensitive sinuses. I have no idea what that means. But she, like, the tennis ball, like, barely hit her. And somehow she got a bloody nose by it, which is... It's not... Shouldn't laugh about it, but it's just pretty crazy on how, like, it just barely nicked her nose, like barely. No, I didn't look at how much blood there was, but I assume she wasn't lying. Because that would be... Because she's already there. She's not going home. She wasn't going to get out of tennis practice with a bloody nose. Is it up here? I see something up there. Oh, I see a whole bunch of crap. As long as I don't see... Okay. There is a lot I have to... My goodness. Can I build the bridge? No, I can't. You know, we're gonna go to Sunset, and we're gonna start fresh in the day. We're gonna have Louie go there, Olimar stay behind. Get the troops ready, and then we can finally beat Pikmin 2 after so long. Then I gotta figure out what to do for the next game, because you know, I like Lisa. I know I can't do SpongeBob right now because I think what I would do with SpongeBob is I would put it on YouTube, you know, because it just, the frame rate is just gross. But I'm trying to think if I want more of like a flashy game, so to speak. I have regrettable message. I have been caught. If I don't pay off the company debt right away, I'm to be buried at Hot Chocolate Swamp. It's bleak here. I thought they told me he wasn't gonna... I thought I had unlimited days. Well, luckily we saw an area. Let's just hope there isn't those weird big head, tiny leg creatures walking around. Let's get this stuff done. Okay. Let's get this stuff done. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do ×2 configuration. And or Pokemon Gold as well. I'm actually getting pretty close to beating that. Oh, it's over there. So maybe... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Let's just get all blue Pikmin. No. Okay, I know there's a lot of blue I had to beat. Nope, 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 nope. 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 What is this? No, I'm not doing another cave. Knock him out early. Knock him out early. Yeah, I would do a whole nother cave, but if I'm able to not have to do a whole nother... Oh, there's like 2 of them. Okay. Oh. Is this gonna drain? Oh, I thought that was gonna drain the water. You kidding me? How do I get up there? There's gotta be a... No? Oh, come on. There's gotta be a way to... Is there any way to drain the water? There's gotta be a way to drain the water. Holy... Okay. We're gonna go to our load state. Just need one more item. Just one more item. That's all. 44 out of... Oh. Okay. End the day. Maybe there's an easier one to get. Oh! Crashed. This game just wants me. It just wants me and doesn't want to let go. I mean, all journeys, you have to move on to a new journey. Pikmin 2 is... I'm not going to be playing it over and over. I think I might just pick a new game to play, though, tonight. Like, not even the ones I've been playing. I feel like just try something new I've never played, just go to it blind, you know. Okay, don't crash on me. Don't crash on me. It crashed on me. But that will not stop us. That will not stop us. Pikmin thinks it's gonna stop us just by sabotaging their own game? I think not. Let's put in a better spot. Right there's good. Okay. $38. Gosh, what else happened? Yeah, no, it was a good day again. Tennis was fantastic. I know I gotta think of something bad that happened. Should I go back and try to... Okay, I'll try... I'll try my best with this. Even though I wasn't sure how to... Am I able to drain the pool? Or the water, I mean. We're gonna find a way. Is it over there? No, I don't think so. Where? Oh god, these guys again. No, 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 no. 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 It's there, but how do I... Wait a minute. Okay. Gosh, I can't... Come on, get up there. Why? this gonna push me up? Seriously? There. No, good. There. Okay. No. Son of a... What? My gosh, the day's almost over. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna do a save state right here. Just, this can't be that difficult. I gotta use all parts of my brain to do this. 100%, just like in those movies, how they, or 110%, where it using like every single neuron of your brain. Just, okay. So if we land here, that goes... Oh wait, can... No, I don't... Am I able to walk? Okay, I'm able to walk on this one. Oh, I think I need Louie for this. I think I figured this out. No, oh my goodness. You know what? Whatever. Go to sunset. We like ran out of time, so we're gonna go there as quickly as we can with both, because I think I have to have one throwing. It's so loud. Hurry up. He wants me to hurry up, I think. Let's save it right here. Actually, no, we're gonna go. Both are going. We're bringing a buttload of people with us. Okay, I lost some, but... Okay. So, I am first gonna have Louis gonna stand on this. And okay. I'm gonna save it right here. I'm smart enough to figure this out. I know I am. I know I am. Then I want to play like a really hyper type game. You know what I mean? Shoot. Stop it. I can't. No, not all of them. 20 here. Okay. I'm pretty close to just looking up how to do this. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. There's gotta be... Oh. If you give me like 2 minutes here, I'll be right back, okay? 2 minutes, I promise, okay? Super duper promise. I'm gonna add a quick text just so people believe me. Okay, there we go. I'm almost done. I'm sorry. I'm just finishing dinner super quick. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I forgot to eat and I didn't want to, like, eat in front of you and all that stuff. I might take, like, 10 seconds here and there to finish, but... Okay. I still have to figure out... I mean, does anybody... Can anybody figure out how I'm supposed to do this? I feel quite ignorant. I mean, it's got to be something with this stupid stuff. Okay, this is the only way that I can get on here as... Oh. What is... Oh, I thought that was like... Isn't there a way for me to like drown the lake? Oh, it's another... I'm not doing another one. It's right here. It's right there. So, like, what... Which one is this attached to? This one? Oh, it's right there. There's gotta be a way for me to get up there. There's gotta be. There's gotta be. I feel so dumb right now. I feel so dumb, guys. Guys, there's gotta be something. Oh. Okay, that one. No. 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 Gosh, come on. Where? Where am I supposed to go? Is this supposed to be heavier? That makes that move up? Is this supposed to be heavier? Is that supposed to make something move? I'm about to go in... You know what? I'm looking it up. Call me a weenie. Call me what you want. I'm not gonna spend an hour looking like a fool throwing blue Pikmin around like that. I shall not have it. Alright. I'm watching this go through. Okay. Watching him. You got the onion. He's getting those weird berries. Okay. Showing me all of the fancy items. Okay. Okay, here we are. Okay. It's coming. Okay. Is this where... Is he where I'm at right now? Yes, he is. Okay. We're gonna watch this guy. We're gonna do every single thing that he does. And we are gonna rock it out. Okay, he's beating up on the honey plants that I beat up on. Okay, he's still beating up on them. Okay. All right. Here he goes. Where are you gonna put him first? Okay. Oh, I forgot that I... Okay. So, first thing he did was he put Louie up there by himself. Second thing he did was throw two guys up here. Okay. Then, what do we got there? Wait a minute. Okay, he has Louie there. Threw it on a second thing. Yep, now he's up. Are we kidding? Did he... Oh my god. No. Okay. No, come on, Louie, I want you. Louie, you're by yourself. You're by yourself. Everybody else is with me. 2. Louie goes down there. And even though I thought you couldn't get up there, I guess I just wasn't walking the right way. Let's see how many. No. Now how much is he throwing? Okay. 20. Okay. No. No. There. Okay. Please say there's enough. Yes, yes. Gotta do a save state. We're so close, guys. We are so close. We are so close. Now the 1 hour mark. Took us an hour. You son of a... Aw, come on. Okay, one more. Are we gonna go through any other bad area? Any mean people? Any mean people coming? No, I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Please don't let the frog do anything. Oh, okay, good. Yes! We did it! My goodness. Look how happy he is, the old man. Oh. I'm going. Oh, we're leaving them behind. Aw. Wait, we left Louie? Wait a minute, we left Louie? There's no way. I'm not going back for Louie. Oh, look at that. Is that live action that they added CGI to? Oh, it's Louie just walking around by himself? This is kind of a sad ending. Does he not find his way home? Wait, do I have to get like 100% to... I'm not getting 100%. We beat the game. This is so sad. I'm grabbing some water while we wait to the end, and I promise that's the last thing I'm getting. Sorry. I only lost one Pikmin in the fire. I think that's 21 hours. That took me 21 hours to beat. All right. We did it. Now we are going to move to something else. What that something else is, we're actually going to figure it out right now. And I'm feeling personally to just pick a game I haven't played, you know, cuz it's kind of whatever I want, and at the same time, it's, you know, I don't want to be going through like a game like a broken marriage if I'm playing a game I don't want to necessarily play, cuz it's, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm first going to look at my wish list to see if anything's on sale. Nope. Nothing's on sale. Well, there's one, but I don't think. Find love or die trying. This is an inappropriate one. Let's see. I have a feeling it's... Okay. Let me see if it's on Twitch's banned list, because I don't know how. Let's see here. Okay. I mean, it's safe. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Do I want that, or do I... What do I have in my collection? In my noteworthy collection. But something that won't go like 3 frames a minute. That's also something that's important. But I want to do a visual novel, but at the same time, I don't want to be like the same voice. You know how that won't... It'll feel weird. Let's look at what I have in Mr. Collection. And I'll make sure to post a little Twitter mark on things changing. There's a weird sexy one that I can play, but I don't know. I don't know the CPU, if it's going to like take too much CPUage. You think I should go for it? I'm gonna at least install it. Okay. I am gonna go for it. I might have to like just have a PNG of me and not the full VTuber. That's what I'm gonna go with right now. So let me get an image of myself. Let's find an image of myself. Let's see. Nope. Wait. Yeah, I'm deleting that one. Okay. Let's do this. Is that about right? That seems good. All right. And then I am going to play. I'm put a Twitter post. So beat Pikmin 2 and looked through Steam library for something random, and turns out I bought a weird sexy game that I never really played. I honestly don't know why I have it. Maybe because it has to do with photography. Aha. Now, the GIF. O-M-I? No? Where? Wait, how do we spell it? Sonicomi. I'm getting nothing but Sonic memes. That's all I'm getting under GIFs. That's fantastic. I might regret playing this. I have to see if it's under like restrictions. I'm gonna see if it's under restrictions, or I'm not allowed to play it. Let's see here. Twitch, and that's the easiest way because I know there's a list. It looks like. Okay, let me see. It's got 1,000 followers, so that means there's not much, but it looks like games are you now? Okay. Does it have a list? Okay, it has a list. Let's see if Sonic. Oh boy, some of these names. if you want look up banned games on Twitch and just kind of read some of the titles. I'm not going to. But you guys okay. Some of these people need to like, oh, come on. Oh, Yandere Simulator is not. What's under your blanket? That is the name of a game that someone has made. Someone has spent time and resources Please look up prohibited games on Twitch. It's absolutely ridiculous, these names. But looking at it, seeing how it has fans, that I should be okay. I'm doing Twitch. It looks like Twitch hasn't banned it, and it so we are good. Okay, now it's time to fix up changing it from retro. Let's see if actually, when did it come out? My I consider retro 10 years. Something older than 10 years. So let's see store page. How old is this? No, it came out 2000. That's 6 years. So if it doesn't have, I'm not sure what I'll call it. If it's got to, because it just said it had a fan base. Yeah. Visual novel adventure game simulation. Visual novel 3D photography. And parentheses, I beat Pikmin. Okay. What are we going to do? Okay. So I think we got to change the background color. What do we want to do? Do we want to change it? Yeah, let's change it to that. Let's change it. Let's make it nice and bright and pop off the screen. Okay. I am going to regret this. Because I remember playing this once for like, presets, low. My goodness. Resolution, voice track Japanese. Okay, preset is low. Resolution. Should I make resolution like the lowest it can go? Let's 640 by 360. Oh my, it might look like, but I can try. Let's just try. Okay. We're gonna see. Boy, I made it. I made this as tiny as I could get it. I actually have to. Let's see if is that readable? Let's see. I'm gonna. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh no. What are you doing? What are you doing, Yuri? What are you doing? All right, we ready? Enter your. Okay, do I? Oh. Yuri. I also love how everyone pronounces my name a little bit different. I might be pronouncing it incorrectly, but Yuri. That's how I pronounce it. But I could be completely wrong. We're gonna... Oh, pray for my soul. It's correct. There. Communications with Sonico. This game is about the size of a postage stamp on my screen, so I swear if it lags on the stream, I don't know what else I can offer. I don't know what else I could offer. Oh yeah, easy. I'm sorry. I gotta just it is what it is. I think it's like a music timed game almost. And I honestly don't remember why I have this. The low throb of the bass and drums reverberates through my body. Auto mode. Okay. The clang of the cymbal rocks my head, and the wall of guitar shocks my eardrums. Cheers surge from the audience in response to the band's enthusiasm. Till it all came trembling down. But the only sound that concerns me is the soft snapping of the camera shutter. Okay, this is kind of like a photography game. That's the only way I feel like I could have why I bought this. Which each snap, I capture a snippet of reality before blah blah blah. That's my life, world captured by my camera. The interlude ends. The vocalist, who is leaning over the audience, psyching them up, returns to center stage and starts singing again. Okay. I didn't read. Sorry, I looked away. Beautiful. Even my camera naturally focuses on him. I click the shutter again and again. I've probably taken enough shots here on the stage by now. Now I need to take some wider shots. I see. I crouch down a little bit and make my way to the edge of the crowd towards the back of the theater. Bringing my camera up again, I sweep the viewfinder over the audience, searching for a good angle. What was that? I think I just saw something strange. I close my eyes. Messaging the space between my eyebrows. Massaging. I knew it was wrong. I knew it. Headphones. Big expensive. Like me. The headphones might be worth more than my computer. Sorry, I was looking the other way. No, wait. They're moving to the beat of the music. Wait, they're actually attached to a head? Don't worry, guys. It's going to get... if I remember correctly, you'll see why I said pray for my soul. pretty soon. At least for me. Maybe I'm too say-so or pure for this to get to me, but before I knew it, my gaze is fixed upon the girl wearing the headphones. I can't quite see her face. Oh. For a split second, I glimpsed her profile. Ooh. She's cute. God. This is why I stopped playing the game, because I looked like a weirdo. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Dual screen lens reflector, DSLR. Get a closer shot, but I think I need to change something. I'll just zoom in as far as I can, and uh-oh, gonna fall. Whoa. The audience just got real pumped. Crap, I gotta take some of those pictures. I'll just have to give up on that girl for now. Look at those shots. I focus in on the stage and start snapping pictures again. Ooh, excellent. Oh, I wish I had the voice changer. Does the voice changer? No. No, it doesn't work. Man, if I got the voice changer to work, this would have been... bummer. Managed to nab a spot that gives me a perfect angle on the stage. Nice. I should be able to get some exciting shots from here. The energy in the room surges and the audience members slam against each other. Whoa, it's turned into a mosh pit. I see. This is crazy. The moshers push towards the center. There's some space at the edges of the audience now. Is this as fast as it goes? Here, let me... Oh, God. Oh, is there a way for me? Yeah, I'm gonna do some space bars because it's taken a lot longer than I thought it would. Okay. What am I not? Man, this rules. It's a true thrill of concert photography. I can hear something, like a roar perhaps, coming from the mosh pit. Oh, God. Oh, man, the vocalist is really getting into it now. He's hanging out over there in the crowd, shouting to rally up the audience even more. I kind of just want to let them say the words. This will be an awesome shot. Says move. Please get out of the way. Nice. Wait, what was that? How close is it going to get to me before... turn towards the voice hearing from the mosh pit, and those headphones from earlier leap into view. Yeah, it stopped moving. I thought it was going to just keep going. Along with the person wearing them. It looks like she's doing... What's it called again? Ah, right. A flying body press. Jesus. I feel pleasant elasticity on my face, and immediately after, hard concrete striking the back of my head. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, I can see the Big Dipper. Wait, my camera. I grasped, snapping my head up and looking down. It's sitting safely on top. When I did the visual novel that I made with film, this is kind of how the beginning was, where they ran into the main character and they're worried about their camera being broken. Is this where I got it from? I hope not. I must have instinctively protected it with my body. Phew, the lens alone costs my entire savings. Crisis averted. It's kind of weird. There's no background music. Is that just me? I think it is. Show backlog. Configure menu. Skip unread text. Highlight previously text speed. Yeah, let's crank that up. Full screen off. Vibration, camera control, camera speed. Okay. I managed to calm down a bit. Oh. Oh, is that girl okay? I guess I should get up. We're not exactly safe down here. I stick my right hand out and... Oh. Huh? That's a weird... Oh, wait. Wait, can I do that in English? Wait a minute. Wait, let's... We're gonna get through that, Okay, let's get English so, like, they can say the lines. But I'll go through this part really quick. Is it gonna tell me if she's speaking English? Wait, it had... Configure. Okay. Didn't it give me a thing for English, or I'm gonna quit and go back in. Sorry guys. I promise it's gonna be snappy once I get, because I swore that it said I could do English. Oh, yeah, voice track, English, okay. I knew I wasn't losing it. So this is actually perfect, so she can say her lines. I think that'll be best. I think that'll be best for everybody. It might not be as cutesy as some may want, but I think it's a good trade-off. Okay, so we're gonna fly through some of the stuff we've already read. That he's a photographer, blah blah blah. And got like she fell on top of him. That's where we are at this point. And I'm gonna skip as fast as I can. Okay. Got it. Blah, blah, blah. I have my new camera. My camera's awesome. I talk about the band in a vague way on how everything's perfect. Close my eyes. Look at her rocking out. Big expensive. I want to see... He wants to see the profile view. Oh. Mouse was in the way. She's cute. Blah, blah, blah. Wow. Okay. He's getting the photos. It's looking good. This is as fast as I can do the... Oh. Let's still just... Blind. Got him. Okay. Huh? That's weird. Why is this concrete so... Oh my gosh. If the floor was this soft, I wouldn't have hurt when I hit my head. Ha 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 ha. I laughed dryly at the back of my head, and the palm of my hand has gotten a bit sweaty. I mean, I've pretty much figured out the reason, but well, I can't take my hand off of the floor. It must be instinct. I can't help it. Wait, come on, man. You can do it. My heart's pounding. The fingers in my right hand are starting to... Yuri, why'd you do this? Why'd you do this to yourself? Oh my goodness. I tear the right hand away reflexively, a mouth agape in a silent scream. I tense my abdominal muscles and straighten out my body and spin 30 degrees to the right. Let me figure this out how I would. Tense my abdomen and straighten out my body and turn 90 degrees to the right. Okay? Now I'm trying to be in his shoes. Oh my god, what is wrong? Why do I own this? I shouldn't own this. What is wrong with me? Oh no. Oh my goodness. If I'm getting it must have been what I felt a moment ago when I... What's this? Look? What? Are you kidding me? Enough of that, I gotta wake her up. Question is, how? You okay? I shake away my impure thoughts and give her cheek a little slap. I mean, it might hurt, but I've got to make sure she's conscious. Oh, hey, she's awake. You okay? I need to understand something. I'm still learning. I mean, I know anime, okay? I understand. I won't pretend I don't know it, okay? Not gonna do that. But why does so much anime have so much breathy sounds to it? You know, like when someone gets like hurt in the real world, you know, it's like, ow. I've like never heard anyone ever go like that weird sounds that they do. I've never heard that. I think it's just filler. She's totally out of it, and now my heart is racing again. I need to calm down. Yeah. Right, you need to calm down. You okay?
Yes. I'm so sorry for landing on you.
She shoots up and bows deeply. Wow, she's pretty polite. Guess she was raised well. Oh, nah, it's fine. I was too focused on my photography. My camera's fine. Don't worry about it.
You were taking pictures.
Yeah, my friend. Why is this so fun? You know what? It's just because I'm not used to it. I'm just not used to it. I left my camera to show her.
I see. Oh, I'm glad your camera's okay.
I need more photography game suggestions, not just like anime, but.
Oh, what about you? You're not hurt or anything?
Oh wait, we gotta definitely take off this when she's talking. I'm fine, I'm fine. What about you? Are you hurt?
Oh, no.
Pat, 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 pat. She starts patting all over her body as if to confirm her unharmed condition. She looks so serious, it's kind of cute.
I think I'm okay.
Suddenly, she gets really shy and gives me a bright smile like a flower blooming in spring. The difference from her previous serious expression is striking. I feel myself getting flustered. Well, that's good.
I'm so sorry for worrying you.
Meanwhile, it seems the concert seems that the concrete has ended. The concrete war of 65. The audience is still energetic. I'm trying to think of the asphalt. My father worked in, he used to work in asphalt, made big bucks. The audience is still energetic, calling for an encore towards the quiet stage. What to do? For some reason, I'm really interested in this girl. But it's not a romantic kind of interested, it's almost like instinct. That's not a good way of putting it. Can't stop looking at her. As I'm staring at her, she starts to look a little confused. She lowers her eyes as if embarrassed. Man, she's expressive.
Is there something on my face?
And she got ya. Oh no, it's nothing.
Oh.
But there is something bothering me. It's those headphones. They haven't budged at all since the little accident. Well, they're stuck to my head. I'm a robot lore. I get the feeling I shouldn't pry, though. Yeah, everyone's got something they shouldn't ask about. I should go back to the concert. And actually, I'm a little nervous. I've never been very good at talking to girls. God, okay. Besides, photography is just my hobby. I'm not like a pro or anything. It's more of shooting landscapes anyway. I haven't done much of anything else. Even so, I'm interested in her. I don't know why. I guess it must be instinct. Well, you only live once. Hey, are you interested in modeling? That's how all bad photography conversations start. Yeah! Whatever she's about to say is drowned out by a loud cheer. Looks like the band's back for an encore. I gotta go take some pictures. Oh man. The headphone girl runs off the stage again. Oh wait, come on. Oh well. It's not like the room is that big. I'll just try to catch her on the way out. I lift my camera again and point at the stage. Alas, I end up regretting that decision. I search everywhere after the concert, but the headphone girl is nowhere to be found. I ask my friend, but he doesn't know anything about headphone-wearing girls among the band's fans. And neither is the owner of the club. Is she some kind of space girl that you made up in your brain? Was it just a dream? An illusion from my troubled mind? No, that's ridiculous. I have the picture for proof. Oh my gosh. Because at some point I took a picture. It's unfocused and blurry as... But she's definitely there in the picture. This picture is the only proof I have that the girl was real. Save my game. Save my game is for losers. Yes. I hope that's not for like the whole game. A gentle light shines down on me. Where am I? Pictures. I gotta take pictures. Pictures of what?
Over here.
Uh-oh. Huh?
I'm over here.
Of course it's her. She runs from me, her white dress fluttering in the wind. I have to take her picture. No. It's not that I have to. It's instinct. That's he's gonna say it. Oh, I want to. Camera hanging from my neck is lighter than air. Wait, please, wait. I chase through the light. She runs from me laughing. She taunts me. She knows. Her gentle laughter reaches my ears on the wind. The light has become that of a warm sunbeams. Sand burns beneath my feet. She frolics at the edge of the water. I click the shutter. Entranced. Enchants. I can't pronounce it. I take dozens and dozens of pictures, but her face is never captured in them. Why? Stop laughing at me. I hear her laughter. She's getting farther and farther away, but for some reason her laughter keeps getting louder. Why? The alarm clock. What? I get out of bed to find my alarm clock ringing on the floor. Flustered, I stop the alarm and check the time. Today is nothing I need to be at work early for. Once I realize that, I feel myself relax. I don't really want to get going yet, but my head still needs to finish booting up. That dream again. I wonder who she is. I can never see the girl's face. I let out a rather dopey sigh. Maybe I should have more worried about this. My own voice seems foreign, even though it's coming from my own mouth. A girl whose picture I could not take. I feel that it's happened in reality too. I'm suddenly reminded of a certain picture. No! A picture I took right before graduating while I was shooting a concert at a friend's request. Oh, this is like later. I wonder what the headphone girl is up to now. I forgot I can adjust my chair anywhere I want because it's a single frame. Man, she was cute. The way her expressions kept changing and her little gestures. Not to mention that body of hers. Yay. Maybe it's a little early for these kind of thoughts. Okay. I shake myself out of my funk and give my cheeks a slap. Today's gonna be another great day. The cameraman depends on his body. Health comes first. Always wear a cheerful smile. All white. And a W there. With an energetic shout, I head to the bathroom. I always strive as briskly and with a purpose. Wash my save, brush my teeth, the usual routine. It's almost been a year since I graduated school and started working at my current studio. Until then, I was basically self-taught. And though photography was much more just a hobby, I'd been toying with the thought of going pro for a while. I applied to a few studios without luck, and none of my pictures have won any sort of prize. But then the day came. A photographer who was judging a contest I entered took a shine to me. He offered me a job, and I've been under his wing ever since. It's not that your submission were any good. You were the only one who didn't take the boring cookie cutter route. I don't need an assistant stuck in bad habits. I want something fresh, and you fit the bill. I think what he meant was, I want you because you're amateur. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I really worked my off after that. As a freelance photographer, there's no telling what tomorrow might hold. My mentor is a man who has survived and thrived in this harsh world. His work is far beyond what an amateur like me can hope to accomplish. When I took his photo, I felt a strange sense of anarchy. He's a noted womanizer and boozer and says some crazy things at times, but that's just on the surface. They say there's a fine line between genius and insanity, and he's living proof. Whether he's shooting scenery, it's the screen is so small. Let me see if you guys can read it. Yeah, okay, you can read it. All thanks to his precise eye and superhuman focus. I tried desperately to keep up with him. As a result, I think my photos look quite different than they did a year ago. But I get myself dressed up and stand in front of my desk. A post-it with today's task is pinned on the corkboard. Next to them are two pictures, each of them the same model and the same set. One is the mentor's and one is mine. There's a clear difference between the two. Yes, there are technical differences such as pose and composition, but that's not what I mean. I'm talking about the relationship between the photographer and the model. There's a different level of trust the model has for the photographer, or at least that's how it seems to me. Of course, it was my mentor's first time meeting that model too, so we should have been on the same footing. Your landscape shots aren't half bad, but you got a long way to go when it comes shooting people. I recall my mentor said that to me. He was right. I really don't know why, but I'm terrible at taking pictures of people. I don't mean groups of people. The pictures I took at the concert weren't bad. The pictures I take of a single subject, however, or rather, they lack spirit somehow. I wonder why. I let out a sigh. Hey, now that I think about it, I started having that dream about my mentor brought this up. Oh crap, I'm gonna be late. Lights out, gas off, water off, got my phone. Lastly, I make sure everything is locked up and fly out of my apartment. I run down the path I always take, getting some light exercise. I move at a slightly faster pace than usual today. The pleasant weather makes the recent chill seem like a lie. I feel warmth energizing my body. I'm able to shift gazes into work. Shift gears. I'm able to shift gears into work mode right away. Alrighty, I can see the office down the street. Ooh, there's a girl standing there. I wonder if she comes to fill in a job request or something. Oh, crap. I didn't keep her waiting, did I? Huh? Huh? The headphones? Oh my god, the headphones. I stopped dead in my tracks. It's her. The girl I met at the concert. Why is she... I put the question into words unconsciously. At first, she looks like she's worried about something, but then she starts humming. Then she starts fidgeting. And then she's staring off into space. She's really all over the place. I feel myself smiling. My chest fills with warmth. I wonder why she's here. Nah, that doesn't matter. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. It must be fate that brought us together again. This time, I'll ask her to model for me. No, wait. I'm still no good at photographing people. I shake my head. That kind of negativity will get me nowhere. Alright, let's go. I look forward, determined, and... Oh, huh? She's gone. Whoosh! An unreasonably cold wind blows with a melancholy sound. She's gone. Damn it. I lost my chance again. And I'm late too. Yee. I dash frantically into the office. Good morning. Sorry for being late. Of course, there's no one actually at the office to hear me. Well, to be exact, there's one person in the back, but my mentor doesn't have any assistants other than me. He outsources most of his office work and doesn't really pay any mind to email, faxes, or the phone. His theory is that people want our work, they'll come to us. And we do get work. His skills are a factor, of course, but I think it's also because of his charisma. He's a guy you just can't hate. So it's not like anyone's going to be mad at him for being late. It's just a mood thing, y'all. We basically have to agree upon time to start working, although we'll leave work at totally different times depending on the job. Since there aren't any shoots other than location scheduled today, my job will be to check our equipment and do some paperwork. It's a great experience working with equipment I could never afford myself, and of course, I get to see my mentor's photos. I'm really grateful for this opportunity, but I just can't get myself psyched up today. Where did that girl go? I couldn't have taken my eyes off her for more than a second. Oh. Hey, Yuri. Huh? Hey. What? Look at that man. I turn around to an odd yet familiar face. His hair stands straight out of both sides like an antenna. On the top of his head is completely bald. He's looking good. Behind round colored glasses, his eyes shine with a sharp light that seems to pierce through his true nature of whatever he sees. He wears a Hawaiian shirt so gaudy that 9 out of 10 people wouldn't think twice if I told him he was a Hawaiian hotel owner. The shirt covers a solid body. Kinshiro Aka Arken, he's one of Japan's top cameramen and my mentor. Good morning. Come on, man. You gotta grow a pair. You gotta not be scared every time you see my face. Sorry. No biggie. I just need for you something. Come to the studio later. I wonder what it is. Yeah, I wonder what you know it is. You know what it is. I stack my papers in order so I can go through them easily later. I then head to the studio. Oh my gosh. Hey there. Took you long enough. My mentor speaks in his booming voice, but I don't hear a word. I've been struck dumb by the sight before me. It's her. It's her. The headphone girl's standing right there. What? Along with a man in the Hania mask. Uh-huh. And a little scream of terror in the back of my mind. I can't help but stare at the man. Yep. Hania? A mask that symbolizes demonic female jealousy. In Noah Theater? Enough of that. The girl, she's here. Introduce yourself to this guy, will ya? My mentor gestures the headphone girl forward, though I get the impression she's doing it because she knows how nervous I am.
Oh my gosh. It's nice to meet you. My name is Super Sonico. Nice to meet you.
That's not a real name.
Thanks to the encouragement of so many people, I've decided to become a grande model. I am really looking forward to working with you. I think it's gonna be great.
She bows her head emphatically after this. Yep, that's definitely the same girl. Manager! I'm Kitamura, Super Sonico's manager. A pleasure! Oh. This guy doesn't seem that scary after all. At least, no one seems to be playing with his mask any mind. I can't. Oh, nice to meet you too. I bow my head and greet him in an attempt to shake off my doubts. I wonder if she remembers me. We met once before at a concert. Do you remember me? She stares hard at my face. She doesn't. And I've been thinking about her for a whole year. Bummer. Let's eat a little bit of chocolate to deal with our sadness. Oh, trying to chunk off a piece. She starts to look really hard at me. I guess she doesn't remember me after all. Poor guy. That's all he was thinking about. All he was thinking about was her. She doesn't give two about him. I guess she doesn't remember me after all.
The cameraman I bumped into.
Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, so you do remember.
Yeah, I remembered because of your camera.
Okay.
Wow, what a coincidence. I'm really sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm glad you weren't hurt. What, you guys know each other? Thought you were just a wimp like most guys your age. I guess you got it in you after all. Please don't make that sound so bad.
Huh?
Sounds like he's implying some sort of playboy. Fortunately, it looks like the girl didn't understand what he said. Anyway, since you already know each other, this will be easy. Let me introduce you, Sonico. This guy's Yuri. He shows some promise, so he helps out with my work. And starting today, he's your personal cameraman.
Wow! That's a surprise?
Huh? Really? See, that's why she's here. Huh? He's your personal cameraman. He? There are 4 people in this room. They're all gay. No, my mentors. I don't even know what that. Okay. I don't even know what that meant. My mentor's talking about himself, obviously. And it's definitely not her. The only possibility is. Yeah, because I'm Yuri. I guess I would say I'm a guy in this thing. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, no more chocolate. Dark chocolate. White chocolate is not a thing. Milk chocolate is kind of a thing. Mentor's not talking about himself, obviously, and it's definitely not her. The only possibility remaining are her manager and myself. Now, the conclusion is to be drawn from these points is he equals me. Huh? I love how my controller lit up. I have one of those controllers that lights up. I'm not using it, but it lit up when that happened. What do you mean? I turned to my mentor in a panic. What do you mean? What do you mean? Don't you think it's time for you to do some serious work? It's not like you've been screwing around this whole year. No, of course not, but when it comes to taking pictures of people, I... Stop. That's what I'm talking about. My mentor points a straight finger at me. Your technique is already pretty good. You can give any average photographer a run for his money when it comes to landscapes. But if you want to be my assistant, you have to learn how to shoot the ladies. You're going to have to make them beautiful, romantic, charming. Ugh. Kind of hurts to hear that. The name Arakin is basically synonymous with beautiful, sexy, gravure shots? Gravure? Gravure? I don't know. I guess it's pretty bad when assistants can't do gravure. So consider this part of your training. This is what they'll call tough love, man. Throwing the lion cub into the valley. But this is all so sudden. And isn't this a disservice to her and her manager? I can't help but shoot them a glance. Don't sweat it. You know I don't do things halfway, yeah. Right, Mr. Manager, I'll make sure your darling girl is taken care of properly. It's true that this guy has no experience with gravure. I feel like I don't know what that means. But if you trust the Arakin name, you'll leave this to me, right? Since you've put it that way, I have no objections. After all, we are the ones asking for your help.
Fine with me.
But, and I was watching, you know. I saw you ogling poor little Sonico outside our office. My mentor looks at me with an expression that embodies the very concept of a perverted old man. You were watching? Wait, no, stop trying to make me look bad. I was just thinking about what kind of model she'd make, and I would never think such... I can feel Anaya's burning a hole through my soul. Arakin's wrong, I tell you. In a panic, I turn to my mentor, whose expression has grown serious. I'm not just saying this on a whim. You know I'm not that kind of guy, right? I feel cold sweat on my back. This is your time to shine. If you can't handle it, then you'll have to rethink your life a little. That's all there is to it. It's simple, really. His stern looks pull me back to reality. He's absolutely right. I clench my fists tightly. I can feel how sweaty my palms are. I can't keep putting this off. I understand. Please let me do it. Right? I'll have you do it. I'll throw everything I've learned this year at you. Suddenly I feel tense. Everyone is silent. It's a pleasure to be working with you. I bow my head and the two of them, hardening my resolve, and raise my hand. I think I read some of that wrong. I've got to do it. Only then can I say with pride that I'm a student of the great Arakin. What's this now? What's going on? She's groaning and making faces again, just like she was in the office. Huh? Just as that though crosses my mind, she suddenly grabs my hand and pulls me towards her chest. Her expression is severe.
You know, I was really nervous on my first job too. Even now, my heart's still pounding.
This is what the creator wants us to think this is how life goes. Her face, bearing a serious expression, gets even closer. Man, she smells good. Wait, this is no time for that.
Well,
Right.
I think you and I are the same, Mr. Cameraman.
Mr. Cameraman. Yeah.
So, well, here goes nothing. But I'll do my best.
Yay!
I may still be inexperienced, but I know I'm in good hands.
Yay! Sonico bows her head. Crap, I think my eyes might start watering. You don't need to be so formal. Watering?
I guess you're right. Sorry if I overdid it.
I was so flustered, I brushed her off. Oh, come on, me. But, I guess it's good to be enthusiastic.
Really? Well then, let's do our best. Go team!
Jesus. He suddenly raises her fist over her head in a triumphant pose. Everyone stares at her in shock.
Should I have thought about that?
Go team. Yeah, I gotta share in her enthusiasm.
Go team!
Go team.
We can do anything if we put our minds to it, right?
Why is it suddenly a question? And thus I embark on a journey that will determine my future, together with a mysterious headphone girl, Super Sonico. What lies in store for me? Whatever the case, I gotta do it. Title. Who's that man? Why did it say 2010? Oh, come on. I'll try to get over the... Maybe I'll become the pervert that everyone wants me to be. I seriously doubt it. I would love to have... well, I have my picture as a PNG model, so... I keep the resolution, keep the CPU as best as I can. It'd just be sweet to have my model have like a mouth that matches what I'm saying. Someday. Communication with Sonico. So, that's that. Let me introduce you to again. This is Super Sonico. She's a college student.
Yeah. Well, I just started school this spring.
She's nice and fresh.
Fresh? Oh, you mean like a fish, huh?
Right. She sure is a mysterious one. Could you try not to sound like such an old fart? Well, I am an old fart, aren't I? Anyway, Sonico's doing some modeling on the side, and she's brand spanking new to the business.
Still got a lot to learn.
And I've known the president of Sonico's agency for a long time. He doesn't usually ask favors like this, but he really wants to help Sonico get started as a Graverm idol. I don't know what that is. So that's what brings you here today. And I know it's a little more sudden, but if you're free after this, right? I was just playing on some sort of outtakes from our last shoot. Oh, I was just playing to sort some outtakes from our last shoot. My mentor mouth curls up with an evil smile. Scary things happen when he smiles like that. You can do that later. What about you, Sonico? Are you free after this?
Yeah, I don't have any school or work today.
How's your skin today?
How's my skin?
Hello, sorry I am late. You have come at a weird time. So I beat Pikmin 2. Thank God. Finally beat Pikmin 2. And I just wasn't feeling it for the other games, so I found this one because I like photography. And I usually don't play weird games like this because I've been known as say so and pure and blah blah blah. So I don't think this is inappropriate, but it's weird for me. How about that? I think I originally bought it because it had to do with photography, but I didn't think it was gonna get the way it gets. I only played it once, I think, and didn't go past the first level, I think. Anyway.
Wow, I slept really well last night, and I'm feeling super good today.
Excellent, excellent. Huh? Alright, Yuri. If you think you're not cut out for this, then I'll give you a test. A test? This is all too sudden. That's right. Sonico will be your model, of course. She's completely silent. I feel like I can see a giant question mark over her head. And I bet I'm making a really stupid face right now. Our eyes meet. I turn quickly, overcome with shyness. Take some shots of Sonico's portfolio. You can choose her outfit from my private collection. Awesome. You already know your way around the studio. If you want to help out with any... Alright. I'm not going to give you a theme or anything. Just take whatever pictures you want you think suit Sonico. Okay. Well, I'll be in my office. Give me a call when you're done. With that, he disappears into his office. ... Manager. Around the house. Now I'm done. I'm starting to watch your stream. This game is fine. I don't mind watching this. It looks okay. I usually don't play. I mean, if you look under, you can see on YouTube my whole stream archive. So, all right. With my noisy mentor gone, the room descends into silence. This... I try to do the swearing thing, right? Come on, man, pull yourself together. And it was funny because I looked up on Twitch, like, prohibited games. This doesn't get into it's completely closed. So I looked up, like, banned games on Twitch. The names of the banned games on Twitch are, like, so ridiculous that it just was funny if you want to have a laugh. Well, it's a bit sudden, but let's get to work. I bow my head to Sonico and her manager, and this kind of becomes, I believe, like almost a dance rhythm game, like music game, along with photography, if I remember right. I bow my head to Sonico and her manager.
I look forward to working with you.
Thank you. We're counting on you. I know it's sudden, but I've been meaning to have her promote something. I'd appreciate a good set. Oh, he's a nice fellow after all. That's a relief. Or is he? If you can't deliver, I hear the bottom of Tokyo Bay is nice this time. I think I've said too much. You gonna kill me? I take it back. He's freaking me out. The mask suits him perfectly. Well, whatever. Oh darn, I completely forgot. I'm sorry, but I need to speak with Mr. Aurkin about a different matter. Go ahead and get ready, Sonico. I'll be right back. What? What was that all about? ... She smiles. I attempt to smile too. I'll get your outfit. I'll spin myself around. Well, I walk off at a brisk pace. If you want to laugh at me being pathetic, go ahead. It's awkward along with her. I dash to the room where the costumes are kept. Oh, Baku, you can help me dress her if you want. All right. Well then, I've made a strategic retreat. Now that I'm here, I can't really make up my mind. Should I go with something safe? Should I pick something challenging? That girl's got charm. She's really cute and what a figure. Oh no. I can't really express it well, but I feel like she's got potential. I haven't even had a proper conversation with her yet, but that's what I think. Nah, it's good. But what I can do to make her really shine? Excellent question. A model's outfit is really, really important. The outfit... Oh, you've played it? The outfit she wears for a shoot like this could actually impact her position in life, you know. You're right, especially since these are promo shots. It's a big responsibility. When choosing the outfit, you have to consider not only what the client wants, but also what kind of model you want her to become. You can't forget your own pride either. In a way, she's put her life in your hands. That means the buck stops with you. You gotta trust your instincts. Keep that in mind and choose responsibly. Yeah, you're right. I've got to believe in myself. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well then, since there's no special instructions this time, you'll probably be fine as long as you get her positions right. Her position? Right. If you want to guide her in the right direction, make sure you pay attention to her position when you choose her outfits. That's where the outfit you choose will really come into play. I put this on easy mode, so I hope it actually becomes easy. Position is important, remember that, if nothing else. And I think this will run well, because it's like 640 by like 480 on my computer. However, and this sounds like a contradiction, make sure you listen to your model too, okay? It's important not to be a big head. I see. So did you ask her size, Mr. Cameraman? Oh, crap. Nope, but I know the character. My fiance was crazy about her in college all those years ago. It's like I used to seeing the character. She was a fine arts major, and she drew and painted a lot of anime characters. Aw, well, congratulations on you and your fiance. There's a few other things that you should tell her I said hi playing this game. You should discuss her with her before the shoot. Now, go back to her and do your best. Thank you so much. By the way, it's a little late to ask now, but who's been giving me all this advice? I run towards the direction the voice was coming from. Grandma? There's no one there. I look all around, but there's no one in sight. There shouldn't be anyone in the office but me, my mentor, that girl, and her manager. Shiver! Anyway, I gotta get back. I won't think about it. Nope. I head back to the studio, doing my best not to look behind me. Kimura's not back yet. I will pronounce these names wrong. Damn, it's making me nervous to talk to her face to face like this. Alright, with it. So what should I call you?
Well, go ahead and call me whatever you'd like.
It's too much choices. Then...
Other people call me
the third one.
or Nico.
Oh, please.
But you can call me whatever you like.
I can't do the...
Oh.
Oh, wait. I didn't know it was timed. Can I just call you Sonico? Yes. Oh, I didn't... Oh, okay, it's timed.
What is it?
Okay. Sorry about early It's your fault. Sorry about earlier, my babe. I'm not gonna say my... Sorry about earlier. I just got really nervous. I'm hopeless. I'm hopeless. Hopeless?
Oh no, it's fine. You don't need to apologize.
Oh, is Sonico nervous too? Her expression is pretty stiff. Maybe she's nervous about the shoot.
Okay.
You seem kind of...
Hope I don't cause any trouble.
Hope I don't cause any trouble. Seem kind of tense.
Really?
Yeah. Are you not used to photo shoots?
No, I am. I promise I'm in top condition today.
Okay, that was good, I guess. Really? Well, that's good. What about your hair and makeup? Do you usually do them yourself?
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm the type that doesn't really need those things.
I see. Do you have your makeup on now?
A little. I was told that one of my selling points is that I can do shoots with practically no makeup on.
Ooh. Wow. It's true. Her skin does look really good.
My selling point?
Huh?
My other selling points would be my guitar? Nah, guess we can't do shoots with that. Huh?
I don't know if I was supposed to click, but I
What
did.
are you looking at?
Oh, I'm just pondering at the variety of fetishes in this world. No, it's nothing. Yeah, I think we can shoot like this. But do you want to check your makeup again just to be sure? Do you have it with you?
Yes.
Then I'll choose your outfit while you do that.
I thought you did that earlier.
I did not. I did not ask for your measurements. Rats. Here's the deal, rats. Here's the deal. This is a visual novel. I love you. You know I love you, right, rats? You know this. We all know this. I can't do the blowhorn today. Not when it's all based in sound, when it's all like dialogue based. I'm sorry, buddy. You know I love you. You know this. Right? You know this. But I gotta... I know. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. It is what it is. It is what it is, rats. Sorry. When we play a game that's not heavy dialogue, I'll put it back on, okay? I think that's fair. I was so flustered I forgot to ask you something important. What's your sizes? You look... I just came back, what? You look... So, rats, we played Pikmin 2. We beat it, finally. And then I was looking through Steam. I kind of wanted to play something I wasn't playing, because you know how I've been playing, like, Lisa and Hypnospace and, what was the last one? Four Swords and SpongeBob. I kind of wanted to do something just random and new and go back to those. I remember I had this because I like photography, and well, of course, and I'm like, that's just a big excuse. But I had this for like a few years on Steam, but I really never played it because as soon as I did the first mini game, like the first part, like I couldn't finish it. But we're gonna finish it. So that's where I'm at right now. Oof. It's making me... Oh, wait. We have an oof. Hold on, we're gonna have this. Ready? We're gonna redo this line. It's making me blush, and that's so... And then she's so impressed. Why are you catatonic? Oh, you talking about my PNG model? Because this game, it's a visual novel, but I remember it has like actual 3D like gameplay, like a music-based kind of, if not music, but it feels like it kind of has that vibe, you know? So there's like actual gameplay going around, and I'm trying my best to use as least amount of CPU as possible so that this can like flow, you know? And the VTuber model takes up like 25 to 30% of all of it. So I'm just kind of putting it where it is for right now because I want this game to flow. This game's also like 620 by 480 on my computer right now. So it's like literally the size of a sticky note. But I just want it to run smooth. Oof, it's making me blush that she's so impressed, which makes me asking the next question a little more difficult. So then, here comes the measurement question. Yeah. What do I do? And I didn't call her Tits McGee. They gave me 3 choices to ask her, and I didn't click any. What do I do? Is there something I can ask, even if she's a model? No. If I don't ask, I can't do my job. It's for my job, and that is it. That's all it. What are your measurements? Crap, my voice cracked. Okay, what are your measurements? I think that's pretty good. Of course. So far, 80% of her dialogue has been just making breathy noises, which seems to be a lot to do with anime females. I need to know for the outfits, you know.
Oh, right. I forgot. Okay. From the top, they're 90, 57, 87. And my cup size is F.
A, B, C, D, E. Jeez. Her face gets redder and redder as she tells me, and she ends up staring at the floor. Oh, okay, gotcha. Crap, she's really embarrassed, and so am I. And so am I reading it. We're all together. Alright, but those are some impressive... well, it's all a misunderstanding. And then, as I make excuses to no one in particular, I realize the person I should be making excuses to is standing right behind Sonico. Uh-oh, manager. Kinemuro has returned, though when I had no idea, and it's giving me that painful stare again. I should have just asked Kitamura from the beginning. I'm pronouncing things wrong. But then it's sort of my fault for being gone until now. Yeah. Oh, I should ask Mr. Kitamura. Sorry, Sonico. I keep reading that as like Sonichu. Let's not think of him or her. Man, that guy is screwed up. I'm so spineless. Oh no, you're perfectly fine. I should have been the one to tell you. I'm so sorry for not realizing it. I was just about to start swinging, but then you'd have ended up like that writer who joked about, I shouldn't air my dirty laundry. Sorry about that. Please go ahead with your work. What? What happened to the writer? What were you gonna swing? I managed to maintain my composure. Better not proud a hornet's nest. Oh, right. Can I take one picture first to help me choose your outfit?
Sure.
This won't go in my portfolio, so just relax.
Okay.
... I feel like a parent taking a picture of his kid. Well, I can see her figure in this, so that's fine. But will she be okay when we're doing the real thing? Well, just gotta do my best. Okay, I'll go choose your outfit now. Meet you in the back here with a few minutes. In a few minutes. You can use the mirror in the back room there to touch up your makeup. It's so nice that it's so nice that she like talks, because like doing both voices would just be, it would not work. I tried the voice changer, it did not work. This time I'll do my job properly. This is the first trial, so here I go. What is new costume piece unlocked? Leather bracelet. A simple bracelet, easy to wear with whatever. Comes in several designs. Army jumper. A replica of an actual army issue jumper. The material is different, but it looks pretty real. T-shirt. A regular t-shirt. In effect, changes a lot depending on the style and print. Pleated skirt. A girlish skirt whose pleats are its feature. Casual and easy to wear. Knee-high socks. I think... Wait a minute. Do I have that? Hold on. Oh, I gotta... Come on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, mine are way higher. Knee-high. That's for amateurs. Play design are good. Oh, by the way, they're gonna make art for like a starting stream soon, and I'm gonna try to animate it. So you know how they have those like stream starting soon, and it's like a 2D image, but they got it kind of like moving around a little bit. I tinkered with it and I figured out how to do it kind of okay. So I'm going to commission them to do a piece, and then so I'll have like a much better starting soon stream. So if I get 300 followers, or I'll probably just do it either way. Loafers, part of many schools' uniforms. High school is the time to polish your girlish appeal. Okay. Bikini type A. Design, no design. A barroom bikini with straps. It will withstand a certain amount of rigorous exercise. Bikini type A. A string bikini. Cute, but risky. 2. Take your best shot. Sounds... Okay. Your mentor, Arakin, has made you Supersonic's personal cameraman. Will you be able to bring Sonichu's beauty to life? Sorry, I was trying to hold back like a burp that whole time. Save your game? Sure I will. Are we kidding? Is this really something that... Do I really need 99 different... Maybe if I do it and I like completely mess up, I can go back or something? I don't know. Okay. And if do with the latency, if you see something you want really quick, let me know. Click here to select a location for your shoot. To get the best result, choose a location that meets the client's needs. Keep in mind, however, that the client isn't always right. You can ignore their orders and instead develop your own image for Sonico. This can have unexpected results. Click here to select Sonico's outfit for the shoot. To get the best result, choose styles and colors that meet your client's needs. Check position to see Sonico's current status as a model and review the client's request. Use this information as a guideline. That looks like this is how tiny I have it. The G's look like Q's when choosing a locations and outfits. Click start shoot to begin the shoot. Oh, this is where it's going to get real. It's going to get real. Click start shoot to begin your shoot. During the shoot, you'll earn points by shooting the rings before they disappear. The bigger your combo, the better the score. With best time to shoot when the rings turn to pink. Best time to shoot is when rings turn to pink. Okay. Other features can affect your score. I have no idea if I have to click or press a button. We'll find out. Plus, I saved it, so if something, if hits the fan, then we'll just redo it. Other factors that can affect your score, such as color, coordination, and how revealing the outfit is. Choose wisely according to the needs of your client and your vision for Sonico's future. Some photo shoots will have you perform multiple takes. You must choose locations and costumes for each shoot, but be careful. If you use the same costume more than once, it will hurt your final score. Uh-oh. As the game progresses and you complete more shoots, you will unlock new costume pieces and shooting locations. There are many costume pieces available. Try to collect them all. Like Pokemon, but creepy. Mouse over to adjust Sonico's 3D model. Okay. I guess I have to do that. Outfit. Wait, can I move her? No. Check position. What is... I can't even read that. Sorry, I hope you guys can kind of read that. No. Yeah, like before, I'm keeping it like really low resolution. So I'm sorry, I can't even read that. Electric mellow. I'm not even sure what that is. Okay, outerwear. Let's see, what goes with... I kind of like that. It's kind of got a Jet Set Radio radio look. Oh, they're making a new one, by the way. They said Sega's making 4... I don't know how they worded it, but like 4 AAA games. And one of them is Jet Set Radio, and one of them is Crazy Taxi. So I'm looking forward to that. And if you guys see something that you want to change, let me know. No, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. I feel like it looks like from a... Looks familiar. I just can't picture it. I know I'm overthinking this. Nah, I kind of like it just white. Or black or whatever. Tops. Bottoms. Can we... No. I can almost make her like look like my model by the end. Let's see. I can do bikini type. Make no sense. Make no sense. I had to do it though. I had to click it once. That's just how it goes. And sorry if it doesn't look all the way good. Yeah, let's do the whites. I don't know. I can't say I'm good at dressing women. Footwear? We'll keep... Oh, none. No. Oh my god, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that looks good or not. Like before, I don't dress women. Face wear, neck wear, other. I know I got that bracelet straight. Oh, maybe I can get her to have my hair one of these days. Oh, that would be... Oh my goodness. Skin. I'm very curious on what favorites. Okay, check position. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Your mentor has made Supersonico personal cameraman. Mouse over to adjust Sonico's 3D model. Okay. I mean, like, its current position. I don't know. I'm just leaving it because I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Choose to save. Let's go for it. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if that... I love how I'm thinking this through. No. It's either going to be black or pink. No, I think... I don't know. I don't know. Oh, what is... Oh, I get it. 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 I don't get the check position, though. That's the one thing I don't get. I don't know. Start shoot. Cross your fingers I do this right. Oh, thank goodness. Playtime's over. It's been a year since you started working here. Time to show me what you got. Basic movements. Yeah, sorry guys, I gotta do the tutorial here. I just remember like really not knowing what to do. Alright, first, let's get you slinging that camera like a pro. Hey, I gotta go do some maintenance on the car and give it a wash. As well as busy by the time I get back. You'll probably be sleeping. Take care, be safe. Hope watch your streams more in the future. Thank you so much. You're too kind. We picked the best emote. Actually, it might be this one. Okay. You know, I'm kind of an artist. Okay, first, let's get slinging that camera like a pro. Aim the viewfinder at Sonico. Shoot! See, this is what I'm talking about. Move, use the W to move the mouse. Press, hold on, press the spacebar to crouch. Wait, how do I... Jesus. Press the spacebar to crouch, press it again to get lower. Move to the area with the indicated circle. Move. Okay. But I mean, I didn't click anything. Baku is so nice. He might plan my murder. No, I'm kidding. I am kidding. I am kidding. During the shoot, colored rings will appear around Sonico in a rapid succession. Use the mouse to aim at each ring, then click to shoot. The more rings in your photograph within the time limit, the higher your score. See, this is where it's like This is like where it's like an actual game. Ring score. Timing matters. The best time to photograph a ring is right after it turns pink. Depending on how close you get, you'll receive a score of bad, poor, good, great, perfect. Timing isn't enough to get it perfect. Your ring also must be aligned with Sonico. If you can see Sonico through the ring, the best you can get is great. Okay. Getting good, great, and perfect will increase your combo count by 1. Higher combo count, the faster your score grows. Getting a bad or poor will break the combo. How to play? No, I clicked the... Oh. Wait. Shoot. Oh, wait. Okay. Yay! Move fast. Oh god. I don't know what's gonna... I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna need... I need one more piece of chocolate. Take good photos. Most important is your heart. But don't forget, technique matters too.
I'll do my best. The lights are so warm.
Like, I feel like I'm doing this well, but at the same time, I feel like I'm, like, doing it wrong. Hold shift. Wait. Hold shift to track. Wait. Hold shift to track the movement. Oh god. Who's gonna blow this? I am. It's okay though. We'll do it together. That almost sounded inappropriate, but I pulled it back. If we want to give Grandvor photographer, you gotta learn to communicate with your model. Time to show some backbone. Enthusiasm gauge. This gauge measures Sonico enthusiasm. Build enthusiasm by getting greats and perfects, and by using talk commands from the communication menu. Oh my god, what is... When the enthusiasm gauge is full, use the talk command will increase Sonico's enthusiasm level by 1. This will unlock new bold pose, increasing the number of targets and the rate of score. Again, raising enthusiasm is the key to high score. Enthusiasm has 3 levels. Getting bads and poors will reduce enthusiasm, and giving Sonico a break if the enthusiasm gauge runs out, it will lower Sonico's enthusiasm. The gauge measures Sonico's stamina and will automatically decrease over time. Getting bads and poors will deplete the gauge faster. If the gauge reaches 0, Sonico will collapse from exhaustion, ending the shoot permanently and lowering your score. Pay close attention to the energy gauge and give Sonico a break if it gets too low. The gauge fills automatically as you photograph Sonico. When it's full, right-click to the communication menu. Simply use communication. Using a communication command will empty the gauge. When the communication gauge is full, right-click to open the menu from the communication menu. You can this is why I didn't beat it, because there's so many words When the communication gate, I know like once I like get into it, I'll understand. But like right now, there's so much. There's so much that is going on. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. When the communication gauge is full, right-click to open this menu. From the communication menu, you can talk to Sonico, change your pose, or call a break. Talk to Sonico to raise your enthusiasm gauge. Where enthusiasm gauge is full, talking to Sonico will cause her to level up. If you stay on one pose too long, you will start to gain enthusiasm more slowly. To prevent this, use communication menu to change poses occasionally. Oh my god. Guys, how am I gonna do this? You can choose one of 3 poses, standing, sitting, or laying down. This will restore Sonico's energy, but reduce her enthusiasm. I feel dumb. Is anyone else following this? I feel like oh, no. Confidence is key. I'm almost like him right now. Breaks will end automatically when Sonico's energy is full. You can also end a break by clicking after enough time has passed. To score big, get as many perfects as you can. Change poses occasionally and keep Sonico's enthusiasm growing. When the enthusiasm gauge is full, talk with Sonico to level up. Keep an eye on Sonico's stamina. If it gets low, call a break. Wait, I already did this.
Now there's just something special about shooting in a studio.
Right click to open the and highlight. How do I click to open the communication menu, then highlight sit with the mouse wheel. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. This is... Wait, what's the quote? We do... It's like God does not talk to us because even he is scared of what he has created, or something like that. Forget I said that. I don't even know, what did I just do? I don't scroll wheel. I gotta remember the scroll wheel. Cross gamer. I don't know what that. What is that face? It looks like it looks like they got a Santa hat on. The rest is a pain to explain. So read the. What do you mean the rest? What do you mean the rest? And you better be grateful to the saint who put it together. Ugh. Press enter to use an all-point shot. This will score perfect on every ring of the screen. You have a limited number of 8 all-point shot APS each shot when you're overwhelmed by target. Sub-target. From time to time, various small creatures may appear during the shoot. Photograph these for bonus points. Photograph enough of them and may get a special reward from the client. After the shoot, it's time to get your score. Your total score will be the sum of your score from each take. Your outfit score measure how well Sonico's outfit meets the client's needs. These scores together determine your rank. There are 6 possible... No! Wait. Okay. Luckily, I'm able to get back. I clicked the wrong button. Sorry. Okay. 6 possible ranks. D to double S. An extremely low rank may cause you to fall from your photographer's pad, leading you to a bad end. A high rank may urge you special rewards from the client. Even if you clear the missions, choosing an outfit that goes too much against the client's wishes will have unexpected results. No. Wait a minute. I didn't... Hold on. I didn't... I gotta add on. Sorry, I did not do the push-ups from yesterday. Okay. So rats, if you're still there, I'm sorry. I did not do the push-ups from yesterday. I'm at 180. So I did 150 that first round. I heard it's not good to exercise like right before bed, so I'll try to remember in the morning. So I promise. I know I promised before, but I'm gonna do them. I know Cross Gamer, you were the one that sent it, but Rats has been spamming it at times. Maintaining your combos is the key to a high score, but bad and pores will break your combo. If going for a perfect might risk losing a target, settle for a great instead. At the same time, perfects slow the rate of stamina loss, so it's a good idea to get perfects while you can. In a pinch, when communication menu is open, targets stop appearing and current targets are not scored if they disappear. If you're in danger of missing a target, open the communications menu to maintain your combos. Time still counts down while the menu is open, however, so be careful. I don't know what I'm reading. There's... God. What's gonna happen? Posture check. Posture check is usually when I have my model on.
I'll do my very best.
Oh God. Wait.
You're making me blush. The light is so bright.
I don't know if I did that too early. Oh shoot. What was that? What did I do? Wait. I don't know what to do with the stamina. I forgot the stamina. All right, we'll see ya. I'll see you in a bit, gamers. I forgot how to handle the stamina. Heyo. Jeez. Did I do well?
I tried really
Yay! I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing though. But whatever. That should do it. I felt something during that shoot. Something that surprised me. What? I felt the camera capturing more than just images. I felt it capturing the energy, the emotion of my subject. Good work, Sonico. Too bad I had the lens cap on the whole time. Alright. Yes, thank you. Go ahead and get changed. You can relax now. I'm gonna go print out these pictures. That was a strange shoot. I've never felt this way with I've never felt this way when photographing people before. And how'd I do, sir? Not bad for someone who at shooting people, you did all right. Does that mean he's being very roundabout, but I think I know what he's trying to say. Kidmaru, Sonico, what do you think of these photos? They're wonderful. Oh, Sonico, you're so cute.
I think they're super great.
Fantastic. A brilliant smile. Yes, that's right. I'll be working my butt off from now in order to see that smile. Relief overwhelms me. I sink to the floor.
Are you okay?
See, like the whoa. Like, I don't think people do that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I gotta listen to more people talk. Okay. Get it together, man. You'll never make it in the big time like that. Sorry. I hear someone.
I look forward to working with you from now on.
Uh-oh. And that's how our story begins. With the first small step towards an unknown future. See, I remember I never did like a second level. What? Who's using my hotline? Caller ID says, oh, Grandma. Hey, it's been a while. What's up? It's been forever, Gramps. Don't call me Gramps. How have you been, Gramps? Don't call me Gramps. Call me Sir. No way, you're definitely a Gramps. I can't call you Daddy. That would be dirty. Okay. Okay. Well, I can't deny it. Man, you are as annoying as ever. So what's this about anyway? Well, I actually stopped by your office today. What? Why didn't you say something? Ah, too loud in my ears. Something fun was going on, so I didn't want to spoil the surprise. What's her name again? Sonico? That girl is lovely. She's like a diamond in the rough. And that kid of yours seems to have potential. But he's still got a ways to go yet. You don't want to ruin that diamond with a bad cut, right? So I'll be stopping by every once in a while to see how things are going. Laters. Wait. Yeah. Told you, not so loud. Jeez, Gramps. This is a done deal, okay? Huh. Oh, but to keep it a secret from those two, I'll get mad if you tell them. Even if you, won't get off the hook, Gramps. I don't even know what I'd do. Anyway, see ya. Wait, you selfish little... Hey! Save game. I shall save it in one of the 99 slots. Oh. Okay. I awake from a dreamless sleep. I slept pretty well last night. I don't feel super alert. It's like my brain's not fully awake yet. I zoned out. Wait! I finally stopped my annoying alarm clock. But I'm tired in a really weird way. I'm probably worn out from everything that happened yesterday. It's pretty normal for my mentor to be crazy. But yesterday was crazier than usual. I tottered out of bed, thinking that it was a wild day, looking around the room like usual. My eyes stopped on the corkboard. Oh, there's an unfamiliar picture there. I find myself drawn to it. Upon realizing what it is, I snap fully awake. That's right, I became Sonical's personal cameraman. And her personal creep. Honestly, it doesn't feel real yet. If someone told me it was a nasty prank my mentor's playing on me, I'd incline to believe it. When he puts his mind to it, his pranks are second to none. But the picture in front of me has such a presence that it blows away with all my doubts. Sometimes I say the sentences wrong. Ain't photographs great? Okay. I give my cheeks a light slap to focus on my mind. Here I go. Now, not that there's anything to do. I sit down in my chair in the office and start sorting things, the documents I put aside the other day. It's been a few days since the shoot. Sanako's just a novice. It's not like she has work every day. So my life really hasn't changed all that much. However, I'm wildly passionate right now. What am I supposed to do with this enthusiasm? Oh, great God of photography. I lift my arms in fervent prayer. Of course, you can also call it stretching. Yeah. I roll my shoulders and neck. Let me see if I can do it. You can hear it. Wait. No, I can't. I can't crack my... Okay. I can't get... I've seen people, like, crack their knuckles and that's so easy. I can't do it. I roll my shoulders and neck, making strange noises. And I'm loosening up. As I squint my eyes in pleasure, I happen upon a certain gravel magazine. Guess I'll take a break and check it out. It might be a good reference for future work. What? My picture's in it? Without leaving my chair, I extend my arms to retrieve the magazine with the finesse of a synchronized swimmer. Ooh, the latest issue. Nice. Let's see. Sexy variant, beautiful woman of the night, new announcements, her Sunday best. Undergo Idol shining bright. We dive deep into the hottest secrets. All American ringers killing the competition. Who's next? The bus that shook Japan. Romeo Yuginshi's soul-searching shots. My eyes stop at the final headline. Romeo Yuji. Suddenly my heart is racing. I check the index and flip to the article. Very nice. The subject is a weathered lady who made a name for herself. As a grabber model, I still don't feel like I'm pronouncing it right. She's a proud owner of some splendid rocket which have earned her the name Squid Cup? I don't understand. With a black bikini on, they really do look like squids covered in ink. The concept is squids covered in... What do squids look like? Hold on. I know what squids look like. That's horrible. I wouldn't want that. Let me... Don't type in. I can't show copyrighted work, but if you search squid boobs and you go down, let me see here. At least for me, because I know like if you extend it like the screen out, go down a few rows until you get to a purple octopus with a like a light yellow background. It's just so stupid. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. With the black bikini on, they really do look like squids covered in ink. The concept is good, and the photographer obviously has good technique too. According to his credit, his photographer is only a little older than me. Am I really cut out for this job? I find myself staring off in the distance. One of the pictures my mentor proved is stuck in the opposite wall. What's ringing? Sonico, huh? I wonder what kind of job she'll get. Sorry. Who keeps... Ah, jeez. I am too popular. No, I'm not. Or am I? No, I'm not. I'm in this like on Twitter like this friends group, and there's like 11 people, and I don't know them, and I still get messages, but I don't know what to do with them. So they just kind of sit there. I mean, it's a group. It's not like one person trying to talk to me. Sonico, huh? I wonder what kind of job she'll get. I wonder how I'll handle them. What kind of image do I want to give her anyway? What kind of situation would suit her best? Wait. Old and sexy, cute and ditzy. Innocent. Pure and innocent. Cute and ditzy or pure and innocent? Maybe cute and ditzy. Now put this on. What the hell?
Duck ballerina costume? Ooh. I look kinda cute.
My goodness.
My whole body's snug and tight.
What am I doing with my life? Oh, if only my coworkers knew what I have been doing at night. They would believe it and not believe it at the same time. Like they would be like, "There's no way," and then they'd be like, "Well, I can see you doing that." So, but yeah, this is my little secret oasis for right now, and it's been really interesting. Is this it? Because I've met a lot of people, so it's been weird. It's been a good weird. Is this really what I want? And I think I'm gonna go crazy. But I don't think it was bad, actually. Maybe I should propose it to Sonico next time I see her. What's up? You got a little perverted look on your face. Well, I was just thinking about what kind of pictures I would want to take of Sonico. Oh! So you're thinking of something pretty important, huh? Sorry for saying you look perverted. No, it's fine. I was just having some perverted delusions. Where you? I shouldn't have apologized then. Huh. I suppose that's healthy for a cameraman. Having delusions is part of the job. Good work. You sure about that? It's fine. Perfectly fine. In a way, a model's relationship with her cameraman is deeper bond than with her parents, is it? After all, you'll be partners for a long time, basically bettering her livelihood on each other. Cameraman has to use his aesthetic sense, empathy, and communication skill to move the heart of his partner. and that can change the life of his partner too. It also goes the other way. I'm sure you'll be influenced by your partner too. It's important to be relaxed when you're planning, but you should always be thinking of the future. Always focus on your future and hers. Got it? I see. Okay, now here's some advice, so listen up. If you want to mold to suit your if you want to mold her to suit your taste, that's fine, but you gotta pay attention to her client's requests too, you know? You can't just focus on taking good pictures. You need to consider what the client wants in order to get a good rating. But I wasn't thinking about that all last time, and I managed to get some good pictures. That's because that's what the client wanted. It won't be that easy during a real job, okay? If you have trouble figuring out what the client wants, just pay attention to Sonico and decide that way. Oh, it's a Sonico. If you got a good enough rating, they might even let you go home with the costumes. It won't be too late to mold her in your own image then. Anyway, do whatever you like. Well, what is that supposed to mean? This is where I finally realize. Wait, this is the voice of the person who gave you advice the other day. That advice really helped me out. I quickly turn around. No one! Once again, there's nobody there. How? That was so scary. Shiver! I can really feel the blood drain from my face. This office really might be haunted. I hear ghosts and things to draw into electronics. I don't know if that sound worked with this, but I did it. Should we call an exorcist? Just then. The phone's ringing. Is it my mentor? Oh, it's Kitamura. Hello? Uh-oh, what did I do wrong? The next day. I turn here, right? I'm walking down an unfamiliar street in this nice warm weather. I glance at a map in my hand. Yeah, I'm heading in the right direction. I still got plenty of time, but I might as well step it up. I increase the pace to a light jog and... Whoa! I'm sorry, Sonico. I just ran to Sonico, quite literally. It seems... Wait, what do I do? Yeah! I hear the voice in my head screaming, don't grab her there. Gee, I wonder why. In that case, I end up grabbing her bag, was shifted between my hand and the intended target. I saved her bag, but Sanka herself topples to the ground. I'm sorry, you okay?
Oh, Mr. Cameraman, good morning.
Morning. Wait, this is no time for greetings. I heard put Sonico's bag on my shoulder, then offer her my hand.
Oh, thank you very much.
Aww. It's nothing. Are you hurt?
I wasn't going very fast, and I'm pretty good at falling, so I think I'm alright.
Okay, that's good to hear. I'm really sorry.
No, don't be. I'm sorry. I wasn't looking where I was going.
No, I'm the one who should apologize.
I guess we're both sorry. Huh?
Hey. I guess so. Let's leave it at that then.
Oh, I know. Maybe we can call it even for what happened at the concert.
Yeah. She smiles, embarrassed. She really is picturesque. Well, she is a model after all. And just like that, I'm in the mood to work. Yeah, it can't be a mere coincidence that we ran into each other. Today I was called to her agency. It's my first meeting since becoming her photographer. I wonder if they got some work coming up. If you say so. That's right. I gotta return her bag. Hey, this is a rocket launcher, right? Your school book's in there, a guitar case. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
It's a guitar case, right?
It's an electric guitar.
Got it. Do you play?
Yeah, I'm in a band. It's called First Astronomical Velocity.
We talk while walking side by side. Nice. I see. And then were you at the concert because you knew the band or something? I was part of the concert. Oh.
Oh, no. I'm not a groupie or anything. I just like to go to that club a lot. It's super fun.
Oh, I was wrong. You like music or modeling more? I like them both.
Music or modeling, huh? Ooh, that's hard. I'm trying my best at both right now. Oh, we're here.
So this is it. It's not exactly new, but the building does have a sense of freshness to it.
It's on the 5th floor. Oh,
Panda. So, if it isn't Sonico. What? There's a panda here. A freaking panda. What do you mean? What? Don't look at me like that. I'm some endangered species. You got something against pandas? You racist. Is panda a race? Sonico who?
thanks for all your help, Mr. Pandagawa.
You look great today as usual. He's staring straight at her chest. I feel dirty just looking at the smile on his face. What the? Are you looking, you panda? You're a panda. I read that weird. What's going on here? Great jiggling, great gravity? But anyway, Kinemura is waiting for you at the office.
Mr. Pandagawa is a manager.
I see.
He's strict, but he's a really good person.
It's a creepy person. Sonico explains as I stare at her in bewilderment. Whatever, I'll just forget about the panda. We check in the reception desk on the 5th floor and enter the office. In there, waiting for us, is Kinemura. Come in, come in, come in. Sorry to bother you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonico. You seem to be in good spirits again today. No, it's no trouble at all. Well, go ahead and sit, Mr. Pandagawa. Is out, I see. Give me a minute. I'll make some tea.
Oh, I'll do it.
You just got here, Sonico. Go ahead and relax. Kinemura goes to get the tea. I think I read that wrong again, but I don't care. This is a nice office, huh?
Yeah, everyone here is really nice.
A brilliant smile. Whatever. I won't pry. I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not for one for ASMR, but something about a plate and like a cup, like a teacup, like kind of clinging against each other. I don't know. I love the sound of that. Just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Very relaxing. Well, getting right down to it. Thank you for the promo shoot the other day. Oh, you don't have to thank me. I should be apologizing for my mentor's crazy ideas. Ah, that's part of Mr. Ankin's charm, I suppose. So, those photos you took are very popular. It looks like we'll be getting some work because of them. Huh?
Really? Wow, I'm so happy.
Huh? You're just hearing about this too?
I didn't know either.
Cool. It's a pretty good job. Sonico and I listened to a simple explanation of the job. That sounds great. This is the day of the shoot. Are you free? He points to the calendar on his desk. Yes, no problem. Well, we'll be counting on you there. Here's the schedule. That about covers it. Okay, I understand. Understood.
This is really exciting.
Yes, it is.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. Yeah, me too. It's my first official job. I'll give it my all. Well, this is a good opportunity, so I'll take your job. Oh, excuse me for a moment. Hello? Yes, yes. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'll get ready right away. Yes, goodbye. Phew, that's a bit of a problem. What's wrong? I have some urgent business to attend to. Oh, but I need to take Sonico home. Is this a problem?
I can go home on my own. I'll be fine.
No, you can't. If anything were to happen to you, I think I'd lose it. Yikes.
But, Mr. Manager, you're super busy, aren't you?
Yuri. Yes? I hate to impose, but you think you can escort Sonico home? I don't mind.
I can't make you do that.
Oh.
I don't live that far from here, and if something happens, I can just...
What the was that? Apparently Sonico was so taken aback that she spoke too fast and bit her tongue. Where do you live?
Well, it's not far.
Let's see. From here, it's just past Ikoshira Park. Since Sonico can't talk that well right now, Kinemura takes over and explains. Yeah, that's on the way to my place, so it's fine. Sure, I'll take her home. It looks like we were going to the same way anyway. Well, thank you. However... No funny business, understand? Of course. You're one scary guy, Mr. Kinemura. I had no intentions of trying anything in the first place. I mean it, really. Well, let's get you home then.
Sure.
I think he's lying. I take in lead and head towards the entrance. Feel like I'm being a bit pushy, but Sonico would probably get nervous if I'm not. Not to mention, I do think it's a bit dangerous to let a model walk around by herself at night. This is kind of awkward. Maybe I was too pushy when we were leaving the office because now Sonico's looking at the ground. Crap. I went and made her nervous anyway. I've got to find something to talk about. Huh? What was that, Sonico?
I'm sorry you have to walk me home like this. How do I say this?
You've got...
Nothing's happened so far, so I thought I'd be okay, but...
Don't worry about it. I live over here too, so it's on my way. Give me the...
Right.
Okay. I think getting the hearts helps. And how should I say this? I want to talk to you a little more.
Talk to me?
Yes. I mean, our next job will be the first for us both, right? Before that, I was thinking it'd be nice to talk to you a little more. Wait, what am I saying? I feel like it's really embarrassing, whatever it is.
I see. Actually, I was kind of hoping we could talk a little more too.
Heyo!
It's like, I'm still excited, I guess.
Yes. Yes. No one talks like this in the real world. Well, I mean, yeah, they do, but I don't know. This is very, very, what's the word? Probably not gonna happen like this.
Yeah. I guess we were thinking the same thing.
Ah, I guess so.
So, you live in this area too?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. My place is over there, though. I point the direction where I live.
Then we really are going in the same direction.
Ooh. Yep. You didn't think I was lying, did you?
Maybe a little.
Raven's playing CPU Core. Maximize your first-person shooter. Thank you. Now I can sleep well at night. Maybe just a little. I wouldn't go that far.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit more relieved.
Yes. Come to think of it, it's gotten kind of late. Won't your parents be worried?
Oh, don't worry about that. I live alone.
Raven, pick a game. I have to find a way to, like, turn those notifications off. I don't know how to. Wow, really?
My parents' place is nearby, though. I thought it would help me become an adult, so I made up my mind and moved out. I'm still not used to it, though, so it's kind of hard.
It's pretty hard when you start living on your own.
Yeah, I'm not really a morning person, so that's my biggest problem.
Oh, yeah?
It's kind of embarrassing, but sometimes I can't wake up.
Raven,
And then I get all panicked.
how do
and
I...
have to rush.
Someone needs to help me on how to get rid of those.
Oh, days like that, I think my bed is a monster.
Okay. Raven, if you do one more thing. I'm giving Raven like 2 more minutes. Not 2 more minutes.
Yeah, a monster. A bed that warm and cozy is a terrible thing. Oh, one of these days I'm gonna get even, and I'll be like, hiya.
I see. Ah ha ha.
Laugh. It really is hard, you know. That bed is a beautiful, terrible place.
So, okay, how do I get rid of notifications? How do I get rid of notifications? How do I... So I'm trying to... Trending manage... Notifications. Use my... When this friend joins the game, when I see... Okay. Confirm. I think we'll be okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh, see, look. The guy is too. We're all sorry together. Sorry, people. The way you said that was so cute.
Really?
Yeah. It's like your bed is a literal monster.
But it's true.
I wouldn't go that far.
But can you resist its cuddly, fluffy power?
Alright. Well, yeah.
Really? Aw. I'm gonna have to look up some new bed fighting techniques.
I realize we've come to the exit of the park.
Oh, my house is really close by, so this is far enough.
I see.
No,
Oh, I didn't read it.
it's not really
Sorry.
close. See? It's right over there.
The apartment building she indicates is indeed closed. Oh, okay. Well, this is where I turn to get home. So I guess it works out.
Thank you for today.
Sonico bows her head.
I'm glad I got to chat with you, Mr. Cameraman.
Please call me Yuri. Yeah, I'm glad I got to talk with you too. We'll see you at the shoot.
Yeah, take care of yourself, Mr. Cameraman.
How cute calling me Mr. Cameraman. I watch Sonico walk away and start heading home. What is this warm feeling in my chest? Shut up. I got to walk home with Sonico. She really is a cutie. I feel a smile forming on my face. Oh, that's my phone. It's Kitamura. Hello? Did you make sure Sonico got home safely? By the side, it keeps saying encoding overload. I gotta change my settings or something because, like, it's not. Alright, that's something I'll look at tomorrow. Yes, I took her just far enough so I could see her house. I see. I caused you some trouble today, didn't I? Oh, no, it was on my way. Kitamura is a pretty conscience... Wait. To get out of the way... Conscience person. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Okay, person to go out of his way and think... Okay, I don't know. I trust you didn't do anything funny. May I interpret your lack of response as... No, I didn't do anything, really. It may be, though, through the phone, but I definitely sensed something nasty on the other end. Eep. He's so too scary. I see, good. Yes, good indeed. Well then, I'm looking forward for the shoot. Right. So much for that feeling of exhilaration I had only moments ago. Now I just feel cold sweat on my back. Yeah, I should be more careful in ways than one. Before I know it, it's the day of the shoot. Whoa! I put things down in the meeting place. I always carry my mentor's bag, so I should use it. But the weight feels strange today for some reason. Am I nervous? Probably.
Good morning, Mr. Cameraman.
Morning! Kitamura and Sonico show up suddenly while I'm spacing out. Oh, good morning. I've been looking forward to these shoots. Yes, I think we all are. Well, let's go. What is going on here? Oh, we're counting on you today. It's a pleasure to be working with you.
I'm Super Sonico. It's a pleasure to work with you.
It's a pleasure. I'm honored that we will be able to get someone so pretty for the job.
Thank you. I'll do my very best.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, this is a bit sudden, but could you strip? Huh? That's odd. It was supposed to be... That's odd. It was supposed to be a nude shoot, right? Huh? Wait a second. That can't be right. Even Kinemura has lost his composure. My heart is pounding too. But I heard nothing about this. Well, would you like to verify things then? Please. Well, if you say so. The two then moved to another room. I glance at Sonico. She's looking nervous too. Well, of course she is. I don't think anyone expected this. What am I? I bet you're beautiful naked.
For this work, oh, I've got to do it.
Now we're talking. No, this better not be.
Hope you're right.
I'm gonna. Oh, I took out my censor. I gotta bring back my censor page. I had a censor screen for one of them. Yes, I hope you're right. Oh, Kinemura and the client are back. It looks like they've come to an agreement. I'm so terribly sorry. It was a mistake. My mistake. He got beat up in the back. Oh, so it was a mistake. I'm so relieved. I can't even be mad.
Oh, thank goodness.
Really, pull yourself together. I came this close to using, Yeah, yikes. Kinemura is laughing, but his eyes are dead serious. I mean, he's still wearing that mask, but I can tell. What exactly was he going to use? What were you walking around with? I should apologize to you, miss. Please forgive me.
Oh, of course. I'm fine now that I know it was a mistake.
Was it really? The man puts his hands together and bows his head. There's an odd charm in the gesture that just makes you want to forgive him. Not that we have much of a choice. I was really nervous before, but I'm totally relaxed now. Guess this is a lucky break. I got so panicked that my nerves disappeared. Hey, Sonico. Oh, Sonico looks pretty relaxed too. You don't look nervous anymore. You're looking good.
Oh, thank you. I think I can give it my all today, too. Super Sonicals at full power.
Yay! Excellent. Well, let's get ready for the shoot. Regular t-shirt. All right. So I'm almost hit the 4-hour mark. So I think this is a good place to. I usually don't end it this early, but I kind of want to end on a note where I want people wanting more. So it's like right before the big shoot. So let me know on Twitter and all that if you want me to continue this game. I was going to continue trying to beat the other games I already have set up. But if we're into this game, let me know. But okay, I got new shoes, new sneakers, new pants, new socks, big ribbon. Okay. Sonico is going to appear in Hansu, a famous magazine that features both amateur and professional guavu models. It'll be important to show off her sex appeal for the first step towards Sonico's success. Before you begin, now, if it won't let me save, I'll do it, but I think hopefully it will. Starting with this photo shoot, you'll have to consider Sonico's position and the client's request when you choose Sonico's outfit. Keep reading to learn more. Position measures her appeal as a model. As a cameraman, you change your position by changing her outfit. For example, if you want Sonico to have mainstream appeal, you should choose fashionable and trendy outfits. If, on the other hand, you want to become a niche idol, dress her in cosplay or other unusual outfits. When selecting costume pieces, click Check Parameters to see how each piece will affect Sonico's position. Try different outfit combinations until you get the result you want. Client's request. In order to receive the best possible score for the photo shoot, you must choose an outfit that meets your client's needs. Every client has different conditions that must be met. For example, if your client wants Sonico for a summer beer campaign, then you should choose an outfit that would be good for the beach. If, on the other hand, you've been asked to do a shoot for a men's magazine, choose something extra sexy. Finding the right outfit is the key to increasing Sonico's popularity. As Sonico's position changes, so will the requests you receive. This ultimately affects the ending of the game, so choose carefully. Save your game. Perfect. Okay, gang. We are gonna leave you there. Wanting more. I will go back on this game, so I will continue this game in the future. So I'm just ending a little bit early. One, because I almost hit the 4-hour mark, which is, I feel like, more than enough. And two, I want to get back to some Unreal 5 engine tutorials. I'm taking a course. We'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping that it can move into something bigger and better for not only myself, but also the channel as a whole. Because I might like try to make something and show the process or something like that. But anyway, thank you again, guys. You're all awesome. Always, always. And, oh, now there's 9. Now there's 9. No, guys, I'm sorry. You will have to let me know on Twitter on if you want this game or times that you want. You know? Or do you... should I continue? No, I'm not. I want to end on that note, so when we come back, it goes right into something. So, you guys are awesome. Thank you for joining, and I will see you possibly, most likely, tomorrow. I'm looking at. Oh well, I made the schedule crazy. Let me see on Twitter. What do I have on Saturday? Oh, I have Saturday Pikmin 2. So, would we want to see this again? Yes, no, maybe so. There are 9 of you. I know some are lurking. Speak now. Speak now, or I will just read off the dictionary in tomorrow's stream. Starting with the Q words. I know there's some. Actually, I don't even know the process of people that put it like in the background or if they have it open but they are not watching. I don't know the whole situation, but there are 9 of you. You can speak up. This is your moment. This is your chance in the workplace. In the workplace. So if I don't hear anything, I'm just going to assume everybody loves me and everybody's going to buy me a graphics card so I can start playing more current games on top of this. Or I don't have to put my game at a 640 by 480 resolution. That would be nice. But, okay. I'm going to end it there. I'm so sorry that I'm ending it there at this time. But, it's pretty close to going to bed. For me at least. But I do want to get a little bit more of some Unreal action going on. But that's it. Unless anybody wants to say anything, we're all good. I'm going to end on a high note. I'm not going to babble anymore. We will see you tomorrow. I know we will. I'll probably do this. We'll see. I might be doing something else. Check Twitter. I wanted to say like and subscribe, but none of that is here. I don't know. Do something. Do something with something that helps me get to 10,000 followers. Got it? All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.